Liv Morgan proves that she still trusts Dominik Mysterio despite recent speculation. Dear loves, welcome to WWE Family Show. Please do subscribe my YouTube channel. Liv Morgan has been away from WWE due to her shoulder injury, and in that time, Roxanne Perez has stepped in her place as one half of the Women's Tag Team Champions and lost her title at SummerSlam. Dominik Mysterio has remained the Intercontinental Champion and could pick up another title this weekend at AAA Triple Mania. It seems that even though Finn Balor has been pushing together Roxanne and Mysterio in Liv Morgan's absence, she continues to support and trust her on-screen partner. Morgan recently shared a screenshot of his match from Raw last night on her Instagram story, which shows that she is still watching him and the Judgment Day from afar and continues to keep tabs on him. The Judgment Day seems to have a new aura about it without Morgan. But despite her absence, they have remained the top stable on WWE. Raw.live. Morgan suffered a shoulder injury, which forced her to undergo surgery, and the prognosis was that she could be out for several more months. Finn Balor has been giving updates on Morgan on Raw, and has noted that she is rehabbing and trying to get back to full fitness. It came at the worst time for the former women's champion, as she was unable to relinquish her title herself. Instead, she was written off TV and missed the Evolution 2025 event, which reportedly was centered around her. Morgan was part of some of the biggest WWE storylines at the time she was injured, and it has forced the company to rewrite much of their content a number of times. It's hoped that Morgan will be able to pick up where she left off when she finally returns, provided she is still welcomed into the Judgment Day. While Liv Morgan is currently sidelined with a shoulder injury, she is looking forward to her big return. Another superstar with a similar fate is Zoe Stark, who received a message from Morgan on social media. On the May 19th episode of Monday Night Raw, Stark competed in a triple threat Money in the Bank qualifying match. She faced Rhea Ripley and Kairi Sane, but suffered a severe knee injury after attempting a missile dropkick from the top rope. Meanwhile, Morgan dislocated her shoulder on the June 16th episode of Monday Night Raw during a match against Sane. In a recently uploaded video on Instagram, Stark provided an update on her current condition. Reacting to this, Morgan wrote in the comments that she couldn't wait for the 31-year-old superstar to berate her once again. Liv Morgan is determined to cement her legacy in the WWE, stating that she had to fight and carve her way to the top. The former Women's World Champion opened up during an interview with, "I'd love to cement my legacy in WWE. However, I decide to do that," says Morgan. "I didn't come from a wrestling family. I'm not a Division I athlete, and I came from nothing and fought for every opportunity I've been given. To carve my own legacy and create my own path in WWE when it's all said and done, I would love that." Billboard Liv Morgan was in her fourth reign as the WWE Women's Tag Team Champion before suffering an injury. The injury saw Roxanne Perez temporarily stepping in to replace Liv as the new Women's Tag Team Champion, alongside Raquel Rodriguez. The duo lost the titles to Charlotte Flair and Alexa Bliss at SummerSlam 2025. WWE announced a huge tag team match featuring Dominik Mysterio for tonight's episode of Raw. Dirty Dom captured the Intercontinental Championship at WrestleMania 41 and successfully defended the title at SummerSlam 2025 last weekend in New Jersey. A huge tag team match was announced for tonight's episode of WWE Raw. Dominik Mysterio will be teaming up with El Grande Americano to battle AJ Styles and Latino World Order's Dragon Lee during tonight's show in Quebec City, Canada. There have been multiple changes to the plans for tonight's episode of Raw. Becky Lynch was initially set to battle Maxine Dupree in a singles match, but the match will now be for the Women's Intercontinental Championship. Naomi was scheduled to defend the Women's World Championship against Io Sky tonight on Raw, but the match will no longer be taking place. The company announced on social media that Naomi was not cleared to compete and suggested that fans watch tonight's show for more updates. Liv Morgan recently shut down an idea for Dominik Mysterio to have a match against a popular WWE superstar. Morgan is in a storyline relationship with Mysterio, but is currently on the shelf due to a shoulder injury. The former champion suffered the injury during a singles match against Kairi Sane on the June 16th edition of Raw, and will be out of action for the foreseeable future. In an exclusive interview with Sportskeeda Wrestling's Rihu Dasgupta earlier this year, Morgan shot down the idea of Mysterio facing Rhea Ripley in a singles match. She claimed that the Intercontinental Champion had already destroyed the Eradicator emotionally, and there was no need for a match. AJ Styles warned Dominik Mysterio last week on Raw that he was still coming after the Intercontinental Championship despite losing to him at WWE SummerSlam. It will be interesting to see how long Mysterio can hang on to the title moving forward. Once upon a time, Liv Morgan and Dominik Mysterio were a power couple on WWE's flagship show, Monday Night Raw. In 2025, not so much. Liv Morgan is dealing with a shoulder injury, and, according to her Judgment Day stablemates, the former Women's World Champion will be out for 6 to 8 months. Meanwhile, Dominik Mysterio is riding high on a wave of momentum, as for the first time in his career as a heel, he is getting babyface-like reactions from the fans. 3 years ago, when Dominik turned on his father, Ray, he was the most hated wrestler on the planet. The young Mysterio could not even get a word out during promos, as he garnered nuclear heat from the WWE Universe. But times have changed, and in 2025, Dominik Mysterio is the Intercontinental Champion, is also making waves in AAA, and is likely to become the face of Mexican wrestling on Netflix. But what about the once untouchable WWE power couple? Are Liv Morgan and Dominik Mysterio still an item? The reigning Intercontinental Champion has finally addressed the situation. Speaking on the Wrestling Classic, WWE Intercontinental Champion Dominik Mysterio stayed in character to reveal that he and Liv Morgan are still in touch and that they converse every day. He claimed the two even spoke before his high-profile title defense at SummerSlam against AJ Styles. He revealed that Liv told him she was not happy with Raquel Rodriguez and Roxanne Perez dropping the Women's Tag Team Championship to Charlotte Flair and Alexa Bliss at SummerSlam. Before Perez came along out of left field, Morgan and Rodriguez were the reigning champs. The young Mysterio refuted rumors that he and Morgan had a fallout, stating they were on great terms. From what I'm hearing, you and Liv are on really good terms as of right now? Of course, we're on great terms, Dominik Mysterio instantly responded. I talk to her almost every day in Texas, right before SummerSlam, you know? We're like this, said Mysterio, showing the cross-finger gesture. On Raw, AJ Styles may not be done chasing the Intercontinental Championship, despite failing to dethrone the young Mysterio. Meanwhile, Dominik has set his sights on the AAA Mega Championship. The 28-year-old clashes against the reigning champ El Hijo del Vikingo, Dragon Lee, and El Grande Americano on August 16th at Triplemania 33 in a four-way clash.